Welcome back to The Gist. I'm joined by Alex D., digital content creator from Family Rosary. Thanks for being with us today.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited.
So tell me a little bit about Family Rosary and your role with them.
So Family Rosary is the original ministry founded by Venerable Father Patrick Peyton. We exist to uplift and inspire families to pray the Rosary together. His motto and message that everyone remembers, even if they don't know his name, is a family that prays together stays together. So that's what he believed, that if people could be inspired to pray the Rosary, that would be a really uniting force for the family.
So how are you trying to work that out? Because obviously it's a very countercultural message. People are so busy. I mean, praying the Rosary, I mean, forget it. People can't even, get to Mass, honestly.
Yeah.
How are you encouraging people to do that?
Well, we are right now investigating a really deep dive into understanding the difficulties of families. So on top of my ministry, there's also the Peyton Institute for Domestic Church Life, which really looks exactly at those issues. Like what are the driving forces that are, outside of just the generals of like time and, just I guess a tiredness of looking at your faith. So we're looking at those issues just from a study standpoint, but also what we at Family Rosary are really trying to do is let's get down to the heart of our faith. Let's really get down and to inspire people to look at their faith as not just something to check off on their lists of things to do, and not as a stressor, but as a life-giving, really life-enriching part of their lives. So it's not an easy task, but it's what we're working on doing.
Well, you give me a lot of hope because you're a young guy and you have stayed with the Catholic Church in our little chat off camera, and you're a new dad, well, kind of a veteran. You've got a 2-year-old.
I got a 2-year-old.
And a baby on the way.
Yeah.
So you're a vet now.
I guess so.
How have you managed to stay close to our Lord and really, dedicate your life and your career to doing just that?
It's a good question. I think, honestly, it comes down to God's kept me close. We all have our own journeys, but my relationship with God has been one that's just been so life-giving, and I think in all of the hard times I've had, He's been there, and learning how to find Him in those times has been really a huge gift and a huge lesson every time to find Him in those times. And my parents did a really great job in helping us as kids realize that, how to find God in the midst of life's turmoils, because we all have them.
Right.
And I think that a lot of our cultural time today is to push those things away. Is no, life's always perfect. Look at Instagram, it should be always perfect.
Right.
But it's not. It's not always like that. And my faith has always been there to kind of catch me and to also unite me to Christ on the cross when I need to.
See, it's encouraging because I have 3 boys. One of them is 21 now, and I know that part of this ministry that you're doing has some videos, really cool videos that you produce, by the way, about praying the Rosary, about having fathers pray the Rosary and that example. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, so we launched a series called Rosary Dads last October during the month of the Rosary, and we'll be relaunching it again this year and hopefully getting some new dads to participate. And the whole vision about that was we want to show young men that the Rosary is a prayer that's for them too.
It's not just cool, right? They could be,
It's not just for the old grandmothers to be doing, with Mother Angelica. I love her.
Love her. But no, it's true. I think that is the perception.
That's a perception.
Yes.
It's a brand issue, right, for young men. So I wanted to really show, really passionately on fire Catholic men, praying the Rosary, leading their families in it. And this is also what Father Peyton did. He challenged men, especially fathers, lead your families in the Rosary. He said, if I could get the fathers to pray the Rosary, the whole family will pray the Rosary. And so that's what Rosary Dads is really about, is just showing these guys doing this and hopefully inspiring young men, young fathers especially, to pray the Rosary as well.
And you have a background in film and acting, and so you're bringing these beautiful stories of Jesus Christ to people in different ways, right, through this Rosary Dads, but perhaps in other ways as well.
Yeah, that's
I'm
the goal.
pitching you right now. I'm
Please
your
do.
agent. I'm
Please
your
do.
agent. I would love to see.
I love it,
but then you
Carolee.
loved, but that was your love is acting.
Yes. Yeah,
which is also countercultural to be talking about Jesus on screen.
Very countercultural. It's a good way to get booted off set.
Yeah. Not on this set, though.
Not on this set. This is a good set. But so I moved out to LA in 2015 to pursue acting and filmmaking full time. And I really, I had a really clear call to help tell stories worth telling in the midst of that. Because I was a part of some fun projects, some really, really great projects. But then as time went on, I really realized that it was slim pickings for me as a Catholic man who had any sense of a line of decency. So I really heard a call in my heart to be a part of a change, to find stories worth telling, to help get them made, and to move people with stories that impacted their hearts with truth. And so that's really what led me to Family Theater Productions, our sister ministry of Family Rosary in LA, and worked on actually the story of Father Patrick Peyton called Pray, which you can find on iTunes and all major video rental places. And that's what I'm still doing now, is really helping to tell stories that need to be told.
Well, you're very encouraging, and we're going to pray for you and the success of your career, your beautiful young family.
Oh, thank you.
Baby on the way. Tell me, where can people find out more about this?
So people can go to familyrosary.org. We have a lot of resources there. We're also on Instagram at Family Rosary and YouTube as well.
Okay, Alex, God bless you, and God bless your family, and thank you for all you're doing for our church and for our families as well.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. This has been great.